Alrighty, y'all. We are live as the 44, 18, and 12 Dallas Stars head into Boston against the 42, 24, and 8 Boston Bruins. Excuse me, the Stars over their last 5 on Sunday, losing in overtime to the Philadelphia Flyers in Philly. They beat the Pens 6-3 in Pittsburgh, which was one of the worst officiated games I've seen this year. Lost to the Golden Knights. I jumped way back. So we're going to do 6 games for the Stars. Oh, no, that is 5 games. Okay. So lost in overtime to the Flyers, beat the Stars, lost to the Islanders in New York, lost to the Devils in Dallas, and lost to the Golden Knights in Dallas. Meanwhile, the Bruins beating Columbus in a shootout on Sunday 4-3, beating the Wild 6-3, the Sabres 4-3 in overtime, losing to the Maple Leafs 4-2. That's a rough one, but beating the Red Wings 4-2 in Detroit. So, if I were to guess, at this moment, everything is pointing in favor of Boston. So that is 100%. I'm expecting to see something here. Now, Dallas is not in Dallas, shouldn't get as many calls as they usually get, and we all know exactly what I mean. Boston's in Boston and should get exactly as many calls as we expect, and everybody knows exactly what I mean. So this actually should end up being a rather interesting game. As well, starting at 4, Islanders and the Sabres, Canadiens and the Lightning, the Senators and the Panthers, the Devils and the Rangers, the Red Wings and the Penguins, and the Flyers and the Capitals. At 4:30, Hurricanes and the Blue Jackets, 5:30, the Jets and the Blackhawks, and 6 p.m., the Kraken and the Oilers. Gonna have to pay attention to that Kraken Oilers game. However, it is Costco night. So, one thing with this game, we do have a hard out. Actually, give me 1 sec. Hold up a second here, ladies and gentlemen. We actually get a national anthem. Let's see if we get a night. The stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. He's very opera. I ain't got I don't have the control. Rockets, red glare. Nice. We haven't been here for an anthem in a while. Okay, that actually looks cool. They got a projector shooting flat through the air, so like halfway up the arena, like above the ice, is a flag that you could see from top and bottom. I dig that. Stuff like that's always cool to me. New tech. So expect a slow start for me with the Bruins, but we'll get to it eventually. I didn't know that the Boston Bruins have the best home record in the NHL, and the Dallas Stars have the second best road record. Ottinger, 30, 11, and 6, 263 average, just under a 900. 7 starts against the Bruins. He's 3-2 and 2. Korpisalo, 12, 9, and 4 with a 3.28 average and an 8.91. So Ottinger has been the better goalie. We'll see how the operations in front of him hold up. Blackwell and Lindholm. On the dot, Blackwell wins it, sends it back. Harley now. From the red line up the low boards, in goes Dallas, and right away, Geeky heads back the other way. Chasing it into the Dallas zone, shoved around into the corner, up the low boards, and Dallas will get it across. Lundqvist crosses, shoots, and misses the net wide. Looked like a little goaltender interference action there. Coming in at the crease pretty heavy. A shot by Blackwell goes wide. Pasta collects. And Boston's going to go up ahead. Heavy pressure from behind, but able to get it through. Quick pass out to the middle. Pasta gets 2 attempts kicked away by Otter. Back behind the net and into the high corner. Robertson trying to fight for it. Escapes to the middle, and Dallas will get out of their own zone. Back the other way. Duchesne causing problems, but just went down awkwardly. Looked like he hit his head pretty hard on the board. Yo, what up? Joint, hey, what up, Jonathan? You got pizza and wings? Attaboy. Dude, I'm looking forward to Saturday. Even though I'm not looking forward to the hockey, I am looking forward to Saturday. Pasta through neutral, takes a little bump, but tosses it all the way to Otter. Bischel looking for a place to go. He skates out in front and makes the pass to the high boards. Back to Bischel. To the red line and in. Ben and Johnston chase it down. McAvoy plays it around to the high board. Straight out to the middle. Ben with the tip attempt. But I say Korpisalo got his left pad on it. He shuts down another shot from the low point by Bischel. Puck up the high boards, and Boston clears. Not the best idea to bring it back into the zone by Zacha, but Boston did get it to safety. Back up the high wall, all the way down. It's a foot race, and Boston will win it. Icing on Dallas. Face-off coming back in front of Otter. Good little... That was a good sequence. It was about 2.5 minutes of play from the first puck drop, with each side getting a shot on net. Nothing too solid. F the stats. I don't like that either. What's this 2-to-1 bullshit? What do you mean per capita? Fuck that. No, I get you, Mel. Fuck the Stars. Face off. Castelli gets it back to the Zadorov, who throws it wide of Otter. Back behind the Dallas net. Played along into the corner and up the low boards. Hard battle for it. Boston gets it just wide of the net. Johnston to Zadorov again. Boston getting a shot on Otter that he shuts down. Not great opportunities, but the opportunities are there. You got a stick broken up at the point. Zadorov has to go get some fresh wood. They make a pill for that, I think. Anyway, from the Boston territory through neutral and jumped in the other way by Jokiharju. Played in the low corner of the Dallas zone. Hurdles it. Harley's able to get it up to Lundqvist, who takes a hard hit, trying to work the puck back across the other way. Lundqvist recollects, gets it to Harley behind the net. And away he goes. 3 1/4 gone in the first as Harley hits the red line and dumps it all the way back behind Korpisalo. Boston able to get it out. Collected and sent right back in by the Stars. Ernie getting deep, playing it up to the corner. But puck breaks free, and Boston going the other way. Geeky from the top of the low circle. It's the skate of, I forgot his name. McAvoy coming in with speed, sends it to the middle. Good Dallas sticks, knock the puck away. And now it's a 2-on-1 unless Boston can hurry, and they do. Lindholm making a great defensive play to keep the puck away from the Stars. Robertson now out of his own zone gets stopped at the red line as he tries to make the pass up ahead. Little deflection by McAvoy. Redirected just a hair off target. Puck comes all the way down to the Boston zone, and that is an icing on the Stars. Pens started it off right. See, dude, that's the hard thing. This schedule the last week and a half has been terrible because I wanted to watch Panthers and the Sens. I wanted to watch Pens and the Red Wings. I wanted to watch the Canadians and the Lightning. I want to watch fucking where was the other one? Hurricanes and the Blue Jackets, which starts at 4:30. They all stack right on top of each other, though. Panthers 2-0. You wrong. Loose puck right in front of Andre gets taken away. Good opportunity for the Bruins. Not able to come away with it. Duchesne grabs the puck that wasn't cleared by the Bruins. Flying in down low. I gotta know who that was. 92. Fuck, I didn't see. Oh, wrong team. Kusnudadov. At the Stars, you're good. I thought that was funny. Didn't. Nah, buddy. Tuesday is Costco night, so I will not be home. That's why I decided to do a 4:00 game. But I will be keeping an eye on it because it does, unfortunately, those pricks matter. There's a sentence. Oh, there's half a sentence they've heard a lot and half a sentence they've never heard. Oh, the Oilers. Yeah, those pricks matter. But we'll jump down the list for today again once we get to commercial break. 5.5 gone in the first. Shots are 3-1 in favor of Boston. They go hard into the Dallas zone. Trying to carry the puck with them was Arvidsson, but got tied up on the way. Back to the point. McAvoy to Arvidsson, or who is that? To Lindholm. Throws it down low. It looks like it went off something and up and out of play. No, that's not a cross-check shove. This is why I hate commentators, dude. What Jamie Benn just did to Arvidsson was not a little cross-check shove. That was a cross-check, and he cross-checked them into the boards. Face off to the left of Otter. Picked up by Boston, sent all the way around. That Kasalik making a play in the high corner under heavy pressure from Harley. Harley comes away with it. Doesn't see the back check coming, but he's able to get it over the blue line to Beck. Ben just gets put on the ground. Or on the ice, I guess. You gotta love it. Puck on the high boards. Boston's able to get it free across the ice to the red line and in. Stars get there first in the high corner. Lindell collects down low, gets it to Beck, and Lindell takes a shot as he does. Into the pen zone. Beck recovers, tosses it all the way to the high corner. I don't know why that'd be waved off on a high stick because it definitely looked like one. And back goes Boston. Nope, they're going to hold up at their own blue line as Johnston applies some pressure. They're going to let the guys... They're going to let him get some fresh legs on the ice. Peak up ahead. Boston goes in with Middlestat. Back to the low point. Peak All the way to the high corner, cut off by Heiskanen. He works it up the high boards, and it's out. Duchesne. That's not Duchesne. Is that Rantanen? Is Rantanen back in? Yeah, he is. Okay. Ben trying to go across to the high dot. Does not connect. Is that him? That is Rantanen. I thought so. Shot off the side of the net by Johnston. Good pressure by Zacha. And now we get a penalty. I must have missed it. I must have looked away at the wrong time because what was the penalty? Boston 91 for an interference. All right, we'll have to take a look at it when we come back. I definitely missed it, but I also took a second to look for a name. All righty, 12:32 to go in the first. 0-0 with the Stars going on a power play. Bruins up on shots 3-1. In Buffalo, Islanders and the Sabres, 13-12 left in the first, no score. Canadians and the Lightning in Tampa, 14.5 to go in the first, no score. Senators and the Panthers in Florida. Florida is 100% on shots right now, less than 4 minutes in. Florida has Florida scored 8 seconds after first puck drop, and then scored 58 seconds later on a power play. Okay. Devils and the Rangers in New York. No score, 4.5 gone in the first. Penguins up over the Red Wings, 1-0. 7.25 gone in the first. And the Flyers and the Capitals, 6.5 into the first period. No score, Capitals on a power play. Yeah, Mel, see, I got to see what it was because, like, I looked down at the wrong time. So I'll hold judgment until I see the replay. But Jamie Benn cross-checking Arvidsson below the net was a flat out. That was a bullshit missed call. Let's go Stars. Hey, you're going to be one of a few here, but you are more than welcome. All right, let's see. All right, here's the shot attempt that I think Johnston went off the side of the net. Look, I gotta drop. I can't drop. I got
shame.
Look, I don't like Ben, but the check off the board was fine. Ben may have made contact with Zadorov, but the check wasn't there. Zadorov dropped the reverse hit and dropped Ben. So I'm Golden Knights. And yes, I know the Golden Knights suck. You're not bringing any news into this chat. I promise you. No one has shit on the Golden Knights this year on video more than I have. I promise. It sucks, but I'm a Golden Knights fan. Stars, but all Dallas Stars are assholes. Hey, glove up, man. Let's get the chat sparking. By the way, Elsa and Coco, if you can't tell by the Denver and Mel in Denver's name, I can't help you. Heiskanen leaves it back for Duchesne, picking up speed through neutral to the high board. Stars are in. Johnston gets picked off on the high wall. Puck sent all the way down to Ottinger. 25 seconds gone on the power play. Heiskanen through the middle, leaves it back. Until puck in. Johnston down to the low boards. Robertson Carries it behind the net under heavy pressure by McAvoy, but he gets it to the corner. Rantanen loses it. Robertson tries to help out, but Boston's going to recover. And they are out into neutral. Good little speed burst there. Hang on. It's like by Janot. Oh, someone lost the stick. I thought it was broken. It is not. Heiskanen at the blue line, down the low boards. Robertson back to the low point to Heiskanen, across the blue line to the high dot. Back to Heiskanen, back to the top of the high circle, but Johnston that's not Johnston. Who was that? Harley could not control the puck. Good little self pass to get past Heiskanen into the Dallas zone. Like Heiskanen, I've got a lot of respect for the talent. Yeah, exactly, Jesus. That's what we're here for. I have a lot of respect for a lot of the talent on Dallas. That doesn't mean shit, though, because everything that I hate, Jamie Benn cross-checking Mark Stone while he's laying on the ice and he cross-checks them from a standing position. That's all I need to know. You're a piece of shit. And I don't want any of this. And it still cracks me up because in that series, the only games Dallas won was when Jamie Benn was suspended. But I always hated Marchment. I always hated Mika Rantanen for Mika Rantanen. Well, of course, that's standard procedure. But yeah, no, I've got like Robertson is a great. I would love. Shot goes in from the middle of the ice. Who was that? I can't see. Hang on, I can't see who scored the goal. So Jokiharju drills it in. Good stop by Ottinger, but he gives up a massive rebound to the middle of the ice. See, like I said, Elsa and Coco, you're going to be one of the few Stars fans here. You're more than welcome. Nothing but love for anybody who comes and hangs out. These guys on the other hand, that's up to y'all. So I can never pronounce dude's name. It's Kusnadinov with an assist by Jokiharju. Oh, what? I forgot we were back to full strength. Let me correct that. Miku Karino. Dallas working through neutral. Hey, shout out to the Boston penalty kill. Did a great job against Dallas. And then as soon as we got back to 5-on-5 hockey, getting very aggressive and going right in. Hey, Rantanen too always kills my Jets, right? See, look, there's a handful of players that I absolutely despise. There's a handful of players I really don't like. And then there are players who I only don't like because they wear a jersey that's different than the one that my team wears. Right? So like Robertson, I've really got no problem with Robertson. He has his little hissy fits from time to time where he does some bullshit. Ben getting stuffed by Korpisalo. But like Robertson, he has his moments, which I'm willing to give anybody, but I don't hate Robertson. I got a lot of respect for his game, and if he was on my team, I would probably love the dude. Like Heiskanen's a guy I got a lot of respect for, but I'm not a fan. So, but Dallas, it's the bullshit. It's the flopping. Them as a unit. Other than like Robertson, I respect a lot. Like Wyatt Johnston is a great player. Harley's a good defenseman. But then you see Bischel against Pittsburgh grab McAvoy's stick out of his hands and throw it up the ice in the middle of a play 3 feet from the referee. and there's no call made. Okay, fuck you, Dallas. Now I'm pissed. Like, dude, again, if you want to see one of the worst called games we've seen this season, or I've seen this season, go back to the other day and watch the 6-3 win for Dallas over Pittsburgh. It was wretched. Well, shit, that was on. I will say, like, I had a lot of respect for Jamie Benn. I didn't know much about him, but from what I did see, I was okay with. And then during our playoff run, like I said, he did a standing cross check all the way down to the ice while Stoney's laying on the ice, coming back from neck surgery, and he cross checks him from way up high right to the neck. Okay, I'll never have respect for that piece of shit again. And then last year playing Colorado, dude skates into Landeskog's stick. Like, Landeskog's literally standing there, and Jamie Benn sees it and skates right towards it, runs into it, and then flops to the ice like he got shot in the face. That piece of shit will never be able to earn a drop of respect. It's like Radko Gudas. I said it the other day because he accepted the fight with Domi. He tried to protect himself, but he didn't throw a single punch, which is exactly what he needed to do. Now, once he went down to the ice and Domi was still punching him, then he reacted. Totally cool. He did a respectable thing. However, short of curing cancer, I will never respect that piece of shit, if that makes sense. That's how I feel about a lot of Dallas. Purpose and flops to the ice. That's exactly what it was, Mel. That one pissed me off really. Like, I was going ape shit, and my Knights had already lost. It had nothing to do with my team. But that game, I think last year, was when I said, fuck this, I'm done. Like, I'm not streaming the rest of the playoffs because I was so sick of getting mad at officials calling games against teams that I couldn't give a shit less about, right? Like, at that point, nobody I liked was in. There were just teams I really would have preferred not to be in there. Like Dallas and Edmonton, right? And it got to the point where it was just like, okay, I'm here to watch for fun. And I was yelling at the TV about calls. Like, I wanted Edmonton to get shit on, but a call would be made that was bullshit against Edmonton that put Edmonton in the box, and it pissed me off. It's like, dude, I hate Edmonton. Why am I mad about this? Oh, yeah, no, trust me, I know, Mel. Well, look at us in, what was it, year 2 or year 3 when Eakin pushed over what's his name from the San Jose Sharks. The most innocent thing in the world, but the guy trips over a stick, falls down, and busts his head open on the ice, and it's a 5-minute major. Stream GTA 6 when it comes out. Fuck, dude. If I ever pay $100 for a video game, smother me in my sleep, dude. It's actually funny. I would get a kick out of doing that, just sitting here getting stoned and drunk and playing it. But if it's a $100 video game, there's no way. Arvidsson into the Dallas zone, back to the blue line, shot by McAvoy, hits Johnston, puck goes into the corner, Bischel clears. All the way up ahead is Rantanen as he goes deep, McAvoy trying to work the puck through the corner. And Boston gets up, picked off by Johnston, quick shot, puck goes up and into the glass. Korpisalo got put in a rough position, but the puck was taken around the back of the net. Hey, dude, seriously. Like I said, it's like, I'm a big first person shooter guy. I grew up with played Halo first, then Call of Duty, got hooked on Call of Duty forever. Eventually went to Tarkov. And then besides that, I dick around on games from time to time. I haven't played a game in a while. I really want to get back into playing, but I get bored playing games by myself. So it's unless the game is donated and it's by someone that I want to play with, because I cannot play alone for that long. Nah. I'll watch Peanut and Summit and Chang Gang and all those guys do their thing. Dean So Cool, all those guys. I'll just kick back and watch their storytelling. Corpusalo to the high corner. Boston working it out of the zone, but they lose it in neutral, and it's sent right back in on them. Collected by Lindholm, trying to get up the low wall. It's out into neutral. I think Geeky tried to get it across the center to his teammate Crashin, but no go. Good defensive sticks by the Stars. Heiskanen works it up the high boards. Okay, the whistle was blown, but that was just so weird. I guess they're saying it went out of play and then back into play. 5:46 to go in the first. I think that just said shots are 4-2 Boston. They are, in fact, 4-2 Boston. That's wild. 5:57 to go in the first in Buffalo. Sabres on a power play against the Islanders. No score. 8:57 to go in the first. Canadians on a power play against the Lightning. No score. Panthers are now up 3-0 on the Senators as the Panthers had another power play. Let's see what these were. 2-minute minor for a high stick. No goal. Dude, Ottawa went. So check this out. Florida scored 8 seconds into the game. 15 seconds into the game, Ottawa goes to the box for a high stick. You think that's shooting themselves in the foot a little bit? They 2-minute minor high stick against Kachuk and a 2-minute minor high stick. So there have been 3 penalties in the Ottawa-Florida game. All 3 are against Ottawa. All 3 are high sticks. Unbelievable. Rangers up 1-0 on the Devils in New York, scoring on their first shot. We'll see how that plays out. Penguins up 2-0 on the Red Wings. Flyers and Caps still no score. I do kind of want to check out Canadians and Tampa. We might we're on commercial break. Now, God, as soon as I say we're on commercial break, they come back from commercial break. This was the game I was really interested in watching because if Columbus is doing well against Tampa, Tampa will start getting abusive. You know what I mean? They got 10 seconds left on a 4-on-3. Okay, before we get back, they're about to puck drop back here. Let's see what those penalties were. 2-minute minor hold to start. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. 2-minute minor roughing. 2-minute minor interference. 2-minute minor hooking. And a 2-minute minor for tripping. So Canadians actually now have a 2-man advantage against Tampa for 40 more seconds. I doubt they'll be able to do anything. All right, back in Boston. Who's that? Hyrie working it up the low boards to Beck. Getting it through, but not all the way. McAvoy comes back into neutral, passing it up ahead. Castellet going hard into the corner. Puck breaks free. Dallas recovers. Beck takes a hard shove into the boards. Turned over to Boston. Quick shot swallowed up by Ottinger. And Steele wants to go run his mouth. Go figure. Tampa almost survived the 2-man advantage. They had 1 second left on the clock for the 5-on-3. So we'll see how much time they have left on the power play. But right as I was going to say that Tampa survived the 5-on-3, it hits 1 second and dude just drills it from the top dot, from the bench side dot past Vasilevsky. And who is that? McDonough? Was it Chernak? McDonough. Dude celebrates in the top of the crease. McDonough just shoved his ass. All right, Heiskanen just cross-checked the shit out of Pasternak. How is that not a penalty? Pasternak goes down and he shoots 4:20 to go in the period. How the hell was that cross-check not a penalty? Dallas gets away with cross-checks more than any other team I've ever seen in my life. That is just unbelievable. Under 4 minutes to go in Boston. Lundqvist works it up out of the zone. Robertson feeds it to Bork, and it's across into Pittsburgh territory. Chasing all the way down behind the net goes, is that Lundqvist? Bork takes a little check as he goes into the corner. Robertson trying to dig it out on the low boards. It is just mass chaos in the low corner of the Boston zone. Finally breaks free to Harley on the high wall. Duchesne collects. Attacking the net. Shot on. Stopped by Korpisalo. Arvidsson collects and he'll head through neutral and he'll get tripped. Do we get a penalty now? Look at that. We actually get a penalty now. Woo fucking who. Oh my goodness. I did not think we would see the day.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's that. See, that's the shit I don't like. Robertson knew he was beat, so he just took us. Okay, you know what? I take that back. I take it back. I kind of. I don't like it, but Robertson knew he was beat, so rather than give up the penalty going the other way, he just took his skates out. I don't like shit like that. I'd rather see a hook. Like, just reach up and grab something. Now, from his position, he couldn't really do it, but get the penalty, force him to go on the power play instead of giving up the freebie. So I do get it, but I'm like, Lindholm from the middle of the ice skates down to the top of the low circle, shot on tip, but goes wide. Stars able to clear all the way back. Chance on net. Korpisalo shuts down. I can never pronounce old boy's name or else I would say it. 35 seconds gone on the Boston man advantage. Left back in the Boston territory. Lindholm cuts right up the middle. Goes high side and can't connect. Dallas cuts it off behind their own net, and the Stars taking way too much time to clear was Beck. But eventually they are able to get it out to neutral. Beck just taking his sweet ass time as if nothing else in the world was happening. 2 minutes left on the clock as McAvoy sets it back behind him with speed into the zone. Goes Boston. Pasta collects, sends it backwards from the low dot. McAvoy. But Arvidsson just got tripped across the middle. McAvoy makes the pass, but his intended target slowed down. Cycling off the blue line to the low baseline, back to the low dot, slip, and a shot that goes nowhere. Blackwell sends it all the way back down. Dude, where are the penalties? Dallas should have 8 penalty minutes already. Arvidsson into that high corner, tries to set it back, eventually makes it to McAvoy, down to Pasta off the low dot. He passes to the middle. It goes wide to the low baseline, back to Arvidsson, and he scores. Where is it? Dude, McAvoy goes to Pasta Pasta makes the pass to Zaka in the middle. Zaka whiffs on it, but Pasta's just following it into that corner. He says, fuck it, throws it back towards the net. Arvidsson fights through Harley as Arvidsson gets it behind Ottinger, and Boston is up 2-0. What's up, man? What's up? Just hanging out, hate watching the Dallas Stars a little bit. And so far, so good. Those Stars not allowed. They get every break in the book. Hey, they did get called for the most blatant tripping I've ever seen. So it was like they had to have called that one. Real quick, Jano getting into it with, I think, Bischel. Surprise. Is it Bischel or Lundqvist? It's Lundqvist. Dude, that 5 and that 6 are way too close. Scott Joe, happy Tuesday, man. Said enjoying a little bit. Ooh, let me get the power play off there. Hate watching the Stars a little bit. Being very surprised by Boston so far, not gonna lie. Yeah, that is a goal for Victor Arvidsson with an assist by David Pastrnak. And I mean, dude, that was pasta the whole way. It was just fortunate that when Zaka whiffed on the shot, it kind of limped past everybody towards the corner. He just went and collected Otter, Otter was at the top of the crease facing the shot coming head on. So as he's trying to recover, he's too far off the post. He can't reach back in time to cut off that angle. And Pasta puts one of the best passes you'll see right on target. Shout out to Arvidsson for fighting through Harley to get that in. Hey, appreciate that, buddy. Are you just wrapping up or are you getting ready to get started? Seems about the time you'd be getting ready to get started, eh? Decided to cover an early game since it's Costco night. Rooting for Boston? Hell yeah, Wink. 100%. You got 9.8 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what other games are going. 11 seconds. All right, Canadians. Ooh, the Canadians. The Lightning have tied it up. Gensel making it 1-1. The Florida Panthers are up 5-0 on the Ottawa Senators with 5 minutes to go in the first. Eat it in and then going for sure, man. I appreciate you popping in and seeing what's up, buddy. All right, we are at the end of the first. Boston up 2-0. Shots on goal are 9-5 in favor of Boston. Now, this is a lost cause, but I have to watch at least a couple minutes of this game. I want to repeat what I just said. Okay, they're at commercial. We'll have to come back to it. But let's repeat what I just said. The Florida Panthers are up 5-0. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Watch the gutless Stars as they watch them. I don't even blame you. See, Canadians trying to work it through. Chernak will get there first. But he's going 2-on-1. Holberg tried to go up the boards, but kind of left his man alone there. Eventually, Tampa does find it, and they go up through neutral. Gergensen feeds it behind the net. Tampa able to get on target. Dude, the guy, one of the Canadians has his stick between the legs of one of the Lightning. But I got to get my brother to the gym. Hey, good on you, brother. That's a good reason to not be here, my man. Sugar Hill, 5-zip. Let's see who the goal scorers are. Hang on. You got Gregor, Samiskevich on the power play, Verhaeghe on the power play, Greer, and then Verhaeghe. So you've got 5 goals from 4 different skaters. That is wild. Rangers are up 2-0 on the Devils. They got a power play goal. The Penguins are up 3-0 on the Red Wings. Like, dude, this is disaster hockey, bro. This is nuts. Sabres up 1-0 on the Islanders. We're going to check out the last little bit of this, and then once this game ends, we'll flip over to the Hurricanes and the Blue Jackets. They're 7 minutes into their first period. With 3 minutes to go in the first, Tampa going up the low boards, lost. And in go the Canadiens. Not ants, they're the Canadiens, apparently. Up the low boards and tossed in. Who the Perry? Like, who the fuck is 10? I know who that is. Down below the Montreal net. Puck comes back up off the low boards, chased in by... I really can't remember any of these guys' name right now. I didn't realize it's been that long since I've watched the Lightning. Knights lose to Did the Knights lose to Vancouver? Come on. What are you talking about, Sugar Hill? No, we got very lucky and we actually won. We somehow found a way to win. I can't believe it. None of us could believe it. But Jesus was the only one that was like, no. Vancouver should win. And I was like, no, they shouldn't, but they could. And then they almost fucking did. But Vegas pulled it back and won. So we're okay. Almost had me. Ask any racer, any real racer. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 point or a dozen. Winning is winning. And if you can't tell me where that comes from, I don't want to be friends anymore. A movie that shaped the entire like mid 2000s, dude. Something I gotta watch again. It's been a couple of years. CK, that attaboy. Yeah, I've got to watch the original. I've seen bits and clips of the ones that have gotten crazier and crazier, but I haven't watched the first two. The first two. I haven't seen the first two in so long. Like years and years. And I remember seeing Too Fast, Too Furious in movie theaters at the Palms. Like, I remember, I want to say it was me and my sister with a couple girls from her softball team went to the Palms and watched it. Backhand on net, fought away by Vasilevsky. 60 seconds to go in the period. Canadians just on a sustained attack. But yeah, I remember that movie. All the way across to the low boards, trying to go back to the top of the high circle. A great pass that old boy was not ready for. No one thought that was going to make it through, and it did. "20 seconds left on the clock. It looks like Montreal will buy some time, clear some space, and then one last attack, but they lose it as they cross through neutral. Tampa's not going to have a chance either. 5 seconds left. No mistakes for Tampa. And we're into intermission. And off to, Columbus we go. Dude, one thing about gummies, all right? So I have my cards. I get nice strong ones. So there's a little get together happening. Let's see. I just missed the replay of the but they make they make you thirsty, a little bit of cottonmouth, just a little thirstier than normal. And the like ice cold water becomes a gift from the heavens above. Like seriously, if you want to have the best sip of water you've ever had in your life, have just a little too much THC. Have something salty or savory so that it you just dries your mouth a little bit, and then have freezing ass ice cold, perfect, like purified water. It is the best sip of water you will have, I promise. Unless you were like in the desert dying for 2 weeks and then you got cold water, you know what I mean? But dude, first gummy KO'd you, man. I'm upset. Like, back in the day, really, I was obsessed with just going more and more and more and more. So there were times where I ate like 1,500 milligrams over the course of 24 hours, or would get like a 500 mil dose and just destroy it, just eat it all at once. And now, like, I tend to do somewhere between like 20 to 30 milligrams, depending just on if I cut it, how close to center I cut them. Because like I said, now I just do halves. Like, it's great. In Nevada, you can only buy TH like edibles that are 10 milligrams per dose. So they're like 100 milligram packs. Go a little over, but not too much. But if you have your med card, then you can buy the higher dose. So you can buy a 500 milligram pack where all of them are 50 a piece. Now, if you don't have your med card, you can buy 2,000 milligrams of edibles. You just can't buy the 50 milligram dose. So you can buy 20 packs of 100 milligrams. That's no problem. But you can't buy one pack of 500. It's the stupidest shit in the world. And like the biggest reason I do the med card is because of that. And you save on taxes, and I don't have to wait in line. Like, dude, the amount of money you save in taxes pays for itself easily, especially if you're like a normal smoker. It's stupid that more people don't do it. But yeah, so like with my card, and here's the thing, on average out here, a 100 milligram pack of something costs $15. So if you want to buy 500 milligrams, that is $75, and then you're paying almost 20% in sales tax. On top of that, $75. So that's another $50. So you pay $90 for 500 milligrams. Or I can get my med card and I can pay $15 for 500 milligrams. It is the stupidest shit in the world, dude. It just doesn't make sense. All right, sorry, get back to hockey. It was a side conversation because I was trying to describe how perfect this ice cold water is. Oh, we got a delayed penalty. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I don't have it on this screen. Shit. Image. Text. Whoop. Hang on, let's get that there. There, get this moved down to where it needs to be. That's good, and there we go. 5 milligram that got you? Damn, Sugar Hill. Yeah, that's wild. Like, the first edible I ever took was scratch that. I had eaten homemade edibles that friends had made, but had no sort of tracking. Nobody ever knew, and all it did for me was it gave me a headache. So when everything became legal, I had heard about Chiba Chews, so I was like, all right, let me look. I'll go do that. And this is back before they like dude got in trouble and he had to change the recipe and change a bunch of stuff. But they were rectangles that looked like Tootsie Rolls, and they had like an orangey, like a citrusy flavor to it. But I really liked the CBD ones. It was a little THC. Those were only like 55 milligrams of THC and then 50 of CBD. And the high dose CBD with a high dose THC is I really like. I really like the CBD with it. But then they had the ones that were just sativa. There were sativa, hybrid, indica, and CBD. The sativa one was orange. And bro, I just had one of those with my ex. We each had one of those. Drive over, grab something to eat, and we're like, oh, you know what? We should have grabbed a joint. Let's go over to this other dispensary that we were closer by. Like we went to this place because I knew they had what I was looking for. Then we went to this place because we were like, oh crap. Okay, well, we're over here. And while we were sitting waiting for to get called back so that we could go and grab a joint, we're sitting on the chair and I kind of look at her and I'm like, I can't tell if I'm I can't tell if I'm getting high or if I'm already high. I was like, I don't, like, we'll tell you what, let's get this. Because we were planning on going to watch a movie, you know, had some edibles, let's go watch a movie. And so we go around the corner from like the movie theater, this park, and my house were all like right there. So we decided to go to the park, burn the joint down, getting ready to go to movie theater. We're like, well, hang on, let's go to the house real quick. I'll grab this, I'll grab that. In that time, that 5 minutes from burning the joint to going to the house, I basically had to carry her in because she was just done. Everything was cool. She was with me. She was like, yeah, I'm really like, I definitely feel it. This is great. Out like 7 hours, dude. It was the first time in like months since we started dating that I actually just sat and chilled and played video games and watched shit that I wanted to watch. Like, it was awesome for me. I actually had a couple cigarettes at the end of the day because I was going out alone instead of the both of us. Like, dude, it was fucking awesome. She was pissed she slept the day away, but I was like, yo, you want to go get another one? Like, what are you doing tomorrow? All right, so Carolina able to score on that power play. And it was Gosh to Be Here. We have not seen Gosh to Be Here since, or actually at all this season. We started watching Carolina a little more regularly after he got hurt. Cookie Monster, we have 30 seconds. So realistically, give it about 90 seconds for puck drop. In fact, we'll go back to that one. We'll bring this game up. Oh, all right, we'll try to bring this game up. There it is. And then we'll do some score review, and we'll get ready for the second period. Alrighty, so 2-0 Bruins leading in shots 9-5 in Boston. Start of the second. Sabres and the Islanders start of 2. Sabres up 1-0. Buffalo leading in shots 12-6. Canadians and Tampa will be back in another 6 minutes. Shots are 9-8 Canadians, tied 1-1 in Tampa. The Panthers up 5-0 on the Senators. They went 2 for 2 on their first two. They end the first period with 18 shots and 5 goals. Verhaeghe on Hattie watch. Meanwhile, the Rangers up 2-0 on the Devils in New York at first intermission. The Penguins up 3-0 as they're getting ready to come back in Pittsburgh. Capitals up 2-0 on the Flyers. Minute 47 on a 4-on-4 when they get back for the second period. And the Hurricanes, gosh to be here, scoring on a power play in Columbus to lead them off. 5:30 to go in the first. Still to come, the Jets and the Blackhawks in Chicago, and the Kraken and the Oilers in Edmonton. NHL app. So yeah, it's literally NHL app. And it's all, I don't know if I'll be able to get it in focus, but is it going to focus? I got to kind of try and see it like that. I know it's blurry as shit. You can't see it. I'm pretty sure you can just Google NHL. Yeah, I mean, just Google, or nope, never mind that. They don't do that for intermissions anymore. So no, just do NHL.com. I'm almost positive that's what the app is based off of. Yeah, so NHL.com, they have the top ticker with all the games. Megan Keller, the girl that scored, the woman that scored for the women's win over Canada, she's a tall girl. Quick shot, fast off the face-off for Boston, goes wide. Lindholm couldn't find it. Puck to the low point. That shot gets stopped, and now Ernie goes back the other way. Collected by Peak in the Boston zone up to Zadorov, and he will skate it out to the red line and in. Off a weird bounce off a stanchion. Heiskanen gets it to the corner. Harley makes a quick spin move, and Dallas will work it out. 60 seconds gone in the second. Boston able to clear back through neutral, and here they come with speed. McAvoy shoots, stopped by Ottinger. Puck comes out to the middle and dumped right back in. To the low corner, Heiskanen works it around up high and into neutral. Heiskanen gets through into the zone around to the high corner, cut off by McAvoy. Slightly misplayed, but he recovers, and then misplayed again down low by Boston. However, they are able to get it out. Arvidsson goes to the high wall, thump down to the corner. A little back and forth before Arvidsson swings it around behind the back of the net, and the puck is cleared past Lindholm all the way down behind Korpisalo, and we have an icing on Dallas. 45. Asperot. See, I knew I should have known that. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but she's surprisingly tall there. Face off to the right of Otter, won by Boston, sent across the blue line, dumped into the high corner, back behind the net. Quick turn and shot, but it ends up going way high across the top of the crease. And Dallas enters back the other way. Where is it? What, 27? Yep. All the way back to Ottinger. Pasta's a little slow getting there as Bischel works it up the high boards. Now Bork skates it through neutral. Into the high corner, under pressure by Jokiharju. Lindholm's able to grab it behind his goalie, work it all the way back the other way, but Pasta loses it across the Dallas blue line. Sent right back the other way. Jokiharju to Lindholm. Back to Jokiharju with Duchesne applying pressure. Pasta, Lindholm, and in off the low boards. All the way around to the high corner. Crowley gets it down low. Poked along by Jeannot, but Dallas will clear it all the way back. He gets it to Lindholm, but takes a whack in doing so. Zadorov now up the low boards. Dumped in by Jeannot. Crowley chases it. Dallas will get it clear the other way. Hyrie fighting through Zadorov. Hyrie collects it at the high corner to the high point. Harley cannot keep it in. Dallas maintains control at neutral. Blackwell taking a good hit from Zadorov as he gets it into the zone. Another good contact by Ernie up in the high corner. Taking a shot at Peak. Puck off the low board. Sent around behind Ottinger. Harley able to get it up the high. Sorry, they switched sides. My bad. That was behind Corpusalo. We are in the Boston zone right now. Still kept in, but not for long. Finally, Kastelik's able to get it into neutral, but turned right back in the other way. Good hit by Zadorov, just punishing the dude whose name like Hirochin, something like that. The guy whose name I just can never fucking pronounce. I've been hearing a few games. How did you feel about the coaching change? Wing, I went off, dude. Wink, the TLDR is if you go to the posts tab on the channel, I wrote like a paragraph and a half. That's gonna be the quickest. Like I said, too long, didn't read. I don't think the coaching was the problem. I think the skaters and management is the problem. I don't, if they like, I saw the writing on the wall that Cassidy was gone, but I figured they would wait till the end of the season. Everybody seems like everybody's talking shit, so I'm not a big fan of that. It's a little wild. I need to get a boo. I need to get a boo button. I'll work on that for next time. Dallas just made it a 1-goal game. And of course, it's Jamie Benn that does it. Real quick, Wink. I'll come back to it in a second. Ben just comes out of the corner. Who's that? Johnston just whiffs on his shot. And it's just like the what happened earlier with not Pasta's goal, but the Pasta assist. I can't remember. Arvidsson, I think, got the goal. Anyway, it's just a lucky bounce, ends up on a stick of a guy that can do damage. You're saying now before he got fired? Yeah. It's I was asked a couple of times by different people if I thought they would fire Cassidy. And my response was typically it's not what they should do, but it's probably what they will do. Firing Cassidy is the last desperate attempt of a management team that fucked up. They didn't get a good goalie. They fucked up with getting rid of Logan prioritizing Hill over Thompson, which made Thompson want to leave. They fucked up by getting rid of White Cloud, who had definitely become our best defenseman. after Alex Martinez left. You know, him and McNabb. They paid way too much for people that have not been worth it, i.e., the deal with Petrangelo, with Hannafin, with Theodore, just too much money going places. And they never fixed the defense. They never fixed the goaltending. And it's too late to save face. They can't make any more trades. So what do? You pull the ripcord on the coach. So I don't like it. I hate management. I hate what management has done to the culture around the team. I hate what they've done to locals and to actual fans. I hate that our games are 40% tourists. I hate everything. I can't put that much weight into it, Sugar Hill, but he rebuilt very, very, like, we had substantial, and the tools were in place. We just needed the coach to figure out how to use them together. So it's like, I'm not saying I necessarily agree with you, but I can't say that I agree with you, if that makes sense. Because I don't give him 100% or 90. I give him his 33.33%. Because management at that point did their third that they needed to do. Cassidy did his third, and the players rounded out with the last 33.33%. You know what I mean? Oh, a great move working in, but he can't finish. What a play. Who was that? Reichel, just unbelievable skating right through the middle. Blackwell comes back the other way, puts it off the pad of Corpusalo. Now Ernie in the high board trying to break it free, but Boston's going to go the other way. What that looked like Anderson the other day against was it our last game? No, it was against Washington when Anderson did his little cut right up the middle and scored. It looked just like that, but the movement looked better, but he couldn't finish. 12:45 to go in the second. But yeah, I said Cassidy was my choice. I feel like all the conversation has been, we are not changing the system. We are not changing how we play hockey. We are not telling them to do anything different. We just needed an emotional and spiritual change. That tells me that a bunch of grown-ass men getting paid millions of dollars to play hockey were acting like fucking 12-year-olds. They were sucking, and they got tired of being told how bad they suck instead of putting in the fucking effort to fix it. That's what I take from the situation. Puck in the low corner of the Boston zone, back behind the net. Rantanen working up the ice to the corner, back down, to the point, back down to the corner, and back to the point. Johnston sending it behind the net to Ben, but he gets caught off by Asperot. Off the high boards, working through neutral, pass across the other zone, and trying to break the other way. No going for the Stars. Hell of an attempt, though. 8.5 minutes gone in the first. Shots are 10 apiece. Surprisingly boring game considering it's been rather fun to watch. Zaka with a quick shot. Otter gets the glove save. Middlestat went in with speed, getting it down to the top of the low circle to whoever the fuck I said shot it, and it was swallowed up. 11:18 to go in the second. They're going to commercial. What's happening? Sabres still 1-0 over the Islanders. Lightning and Canadiens tied at 1, 4.5 gone. Sorry. Getting a little quick. Sabres over the Islanders in Buffalo. 5.5 gone in the second. Canadiens and Lightning still tied at 1 in Tampa. 4.5 gone in the second. Senators have scored. They are fighting back. 5-1 Panthers in Sunrise. 3 minutes gone in the second. Rangers over the Devils in New York 2-1, 4.25 gone in the second. Penguins over the Red Wings 3-1 in Pittsburgh. 7:20 gone in the second. 2.5 minutes into the second in Washington, Flyers have scored to make it a 1-goal game, 2-1 Caps. And at first intermission, Hurricanes over the Blue Jackets 2-0. Coming up at 5:30, the Jets and the Blackhawks. And hopefully for second intermission, I think we may be able to get a little bit of the start of the Kraken and the Oilers game. Or maybe what we'll do is when 6 o'clock hits, we'll dual screen the Oilers game. Because we've got to keep an eye out for how the Oilers do. The Kraken, they're going to beat the Kraken, but I just realized how much I hate looking at myself between shaving my stash and it coming back. Not a fan of this shit. Sorry, total sidetrack. I looked up and was just, ugh. Anyway. Face off to the right of Ottinger. And there goes Zaka. Middle stat to the dot. I think against Duchesne. Nope, against Hyrie. And Hyrie wins it, starts working up the high boards, and all the way down, we'll have another face-off, probably on the same circle. Labushkin. Labushkin's the other guy I keep forgetting about. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Boston, and there's 11-10 left in the second. How about that? Hyrie against Zaka. And this time, Hyrie gets pointed to. Just drop the fucking puck and let's go. Thank you. From the low corner through neutral all the way down to Korpisalo. Boston will clear it, and now we're going to have a face-off on the other side of the ice. Can you fuckers please have a series? With 30 seconds. Let's shoot for 30 seconds between stoppages. Just till we get one. And then we'll try for 35. Ben on the dot against Zaka. Dallas wins it. Shot from below the blue line goes well wide. And Boston able to clear. Middle stat hits the red line on the low boards and tosses it down. Zaka chasing it against Heiskanen. Heiskanen gets there first and works it to Lindell. Up the boards to Ben. Back to Heiskanen as he storms through neutral. Hits the red line and dumps it in. Korpisalo tries to set it, and he does. McAvoy works it up the low boards, but it's turned over. Ben takes it off the stick of Arvidsson. Cross the blue line to Heiskanen, back behind the goalie, but McAvoy comes away with it. He goes high road all the way back to the Dallas zone. Heiskanen over to Lindell. Missed everybody, and we have an icing. We almost got there. We're going to have to check the tape. I'm not going to lie. Because we may have actually made it 30 seconds on that stoppage, but I think it was close. And I don't think we get a try for 35 seconds. Face off to the right of Otter. Wyatt Johnston on the dot against Minton. Minton wins it. Asperot across the blue line to the high point. McAvoy working it low. The cycle starts, but a good stick by Heiskanen. Sends the puck all the way down. McAvoy chases it, gets it to Asperot, and he'll go off the low boards. Up ahead, storming in goes Minton, trying to work towards the center of the ice. He takes it back behind the net along the board. Lindell forcing him to the wall. Puck comes back out, down low to Pasternak, but he loses it. And Robert Johnston's able to dump in. McAvoy there first as Boston works their way back out of the zone. A risky pass as Robertson was leaning on Minton, but Asperot went to him anyway. Puck back the other way from outside neutral. Asperot gets there first. High corner. Boston works it into neutral, and it's 2-on-2. Let's see. Not a good move. Lundqvist is able to separate the puck from the Bruin, and now all the way down into the Boston zone. Low corner. Duchesne gets it back behind the net. Bork takes it, trying to leave it for Robertson, but it's left a little too far away. And it is cleared all the way back by Jokiharju. Back up through neutral. Bork. Little backhand pass for Duchesne. Loose puck eventually gets to the stick of Robertson, but he overskates it. Lindholm able to work out and get the puck up ahead to Reichel, who dumps it down into the behind the net into the high corner. Harley loses it, broke free in the front. Great defensive play by Lundqvist to stop Lindholm from a wide open attack. Back up the high boards. Dallas goes to the middle, and Lundqvist skates it out to neutral before dumping it into the Boston territory. 8 1/4 left in the second. Shot still 11-10. No shots in at least 3 or 4 minutes. Quick turn and shot from Dallas, trying to keep it in, but it goes back out to neutral at the red line. Stars dump and chase. Beck trying to go after it. Bruins get there first. All the way down. Ice is just slow enough to where they get no icing. Bischel makes the pass up the other way. And we have a misconnection to Blackwell. Icing on the Stars. Finally, we have a series that lasts longer than 12 seconds. Good Lord. And it was actually a very active series. Again, this game, the stats on this game tell a different story than what I've watched, because it's been fairly exciting game. I mean, especially the first period, we definitely were having more conversation than anything else, but it's been a fairly well played game. But you have 21 shots total over halfway through it. You wouldn't think it's that exciting. In the high corner of the Boston zone, Asperot fighting for it. Gets some help from McAvoy, and Boston gains control. McAvoy able to work it out of the corner. He gets it past the Dallas stick, and now from neutral. Turned over at the Dallas blue line. Dallas hits neutral line and tosses it in. Low corner. Everybody overskates. Dallas maintains at the blue line. Asperot able to get the free pass away from the attacking Star. Holy shit. Boston keeps making mistakes, and Dallas isn't punishing them for it. Great pass to Middlestad. Cuts to the middle. Shot. Otter fights it off with the pad. Past Arvidsson, and Ben's able to get it clear. Johnston catches and dumps. Back behind Korpisalo. Boston's able to work it out to neutral. Middlestat leaves it off for Arvidsson. Quick shot stopped by Otter, and Pasternak just overskated the rebound. Harley leaves it for Rantanen. Across the blue line to the middle, and the puck just gets away from the approach, and Wyatt Johnston. He hit that blue line with intent, but couldn't hold the puck. Arvidsson at the Dallas blue line, sends it around to the low corner. Harley going with the stretch pass, catches Johnston just outside the Boston zone. He dumps it into the high corner, but the Bruins will clear. Corrali works it through neutral, but Dallas shuts him down, and Bork gets it up ahead. Free pass. That should be goalie interference penalty. What are we talking about here? Dallas with a breakaway opportunity, shut down by Korpisalo, and then just drives right through his left pad. And finally, we get the puck frozen 5:27 to go in the second period. See, those are two series that I wanted right there. That was some fun hockey. But yeah, I didn't see who got the shot on. Let me see if they have the play-by-play up already. Rachel. Is it Rachel? Is it Rachel? I don't know. But oh no, that was Victor Arvidsson shooting right there. Okay, just updated. Man. Oh no, that's the other way. What am I thinking about? Jesus Christ. Like Reichel, thank you. I appreciate that. Elias got a shot on goal. Okay. I do appreciate anytime with an R Reichel. Got you. No, that's awesome. I appreciate that because when I don't know how to pronounce a name, it kills me. I love the play-by-play, and when I have to go, I hate it. Bruins guy, hey, cheers, buddy. I was a Bruins guy for a little bit. My return to hockey was 2009, 2008, 2010, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and guess you mean played. Kind of bred into me. Yeah, I get that, dude. I will say Boston. I've been to a lot of places in the U.S. Boston was one of my favorite cities. I got an aunt who, my aunt now lives in Marblehead. I haven't been out there, but she was right by the airport across the water from downtown. And like, dude, the restaurants in the north, that doing all the touristy shit. Like, I'm a history buff, I'm an architecture buff, so I love the shit out of that city, man. I need to get back up there. But yeah, dude, it's like I love the commons, I love the library, I loved the duck tours. I really enjoyed just walking around the north end though. Like, that was my favorite by far. All the original cobblestones, finding or walking the Revere Trail. Dude, so cool. Going and seeing the Bunker Hill Monument, going and standing on the USS Constitution, all that shit. I love it. I'm huge on that, man. So all that stuff is awesome. Gotta get back out there. And I was a Bruins fan. Back in the day, Marchand's first or second season when it was Chara, Tim Thomas, Tuukka Rask, Lucic, Bergeron. When those guys were there back in the day, dude, I love that team. Marchand, I fucking hate him with the passion of 1,000 souls, dude. I hate Marchand. But that team was unfucking deniable, man. Like, Marchand started pissing me off right as Vegas came into the league. And so it was perfect for me because I'm a Vegas cat. Love him so much. Of course, you're a Boston fan. Of course you do. And I cannot hate on it whatsoever, man. It's, he actually, I was pulling, dude, if you would have seen me during the Stanley Cup Finals last year with Florida against Edmonton, that's the only time in a decade I was cheering him on, going, go fuck him up. Go lick that dude. Marchand, go lick that dude. Like, I was all for it. Reichel dumps it down behind Ottinger. Pasta picks it up, looking for a place to go. Puck to the high wall. McAvoy pinching in, misplayed it. Johnston's going to go back the other way, but luckily Asparat read it and got back in time. Only reason I rooted for Florida, attaboy. Yeah, dude, it's something I will always say. I said before, say it again. Two universal truths in hockey. The officials suck. Fuck the Edmonton Oilers. So when Florida, get that second cup, baby. We beat you to get ours, man. You go get that second cup as long as you beat Edmonton. We're good. Go, Florida, go. Got 3:40 to go in the second. Shots are 16-12. Boston. Bruins up by 1. There we go. Like, dude, fuck the Edmonton Oilers, bro. That's all I could say. But that did get me cheering for some guys I didn't like to cheer for. So, like I said, yeah, that shit's just too funny. All right, middle stat, working off the low boards, passing out through the gut. Zacha throws it on, well, wide of the net, looking for the self-pass off the backboards. Harley drills him into the wall. Middle stat, Robertson, Harley, Zacha battling back below the net. Puck comes out, and Dallas gets away with it. Good move by Robertson to turn up in neutral. He enters the zone, left at the low point, shot by Lundqvist, knocked down by Korpisalo, and then Duchesne gets it up close on Korpisalo and beats the Bruins goaltender. Always clock, let's go Dallas. Hey, I don't know if you're still in here. Fuck, who was it? Where were you? Elsa and Coco. I don't know if you're still in here, but we got another one. Hey, you know what? It's like I said before. Clucking. You are one of a few in here, but more than welcome. Korpisalo lost the puck as it was trying to be worked out from behind him. Comes right to Duchesne on the low side of the top of the crease, and there was nothing Korpisalo could do. He was lost. I'm in Texas now, so I'm shitting on all my buddies. Hey, boy. Yeah, they just tied it up now. Yeah, brother. Devils give up another one, down 3-1. Shit. We'll be hitting intermission in a minute. If any of these games are still going, if Devils and Rangers are still going, we'll take a peek. But yeah, it's always, we're here for like, I just like watching hockey. Most of my chat fucking despise the Stars, so this is 100% a hate watch stream. I say most of my chat, my loyal friends who come and hang out with me for most games, very much despise the Stars. So it's a hate watch stream, like I said, but all in good fun. Except for Mel. Mel fucking Mel feels about the Stars the way the rest of the world feels about Edmonton. But Mel's Colorado, so I get it. Already in playoffs, I believe. So they lose, but I prefer to be OT loss of loss. You guys haven't clinched home ice as far as I'm concerned, so you definitely want the win. No, I'm not telling you what you want. I didn't mean that for me to be like, no, I'll tell you what you want, because my bad. But it would be much, much better for you for you guys to get the win. Like you guys do better on home ice. Nah. But yeah, if you got, I mean, as always, get your points, get your home ice advantage. Actually, I haven't looked at the standings in a couple of days. Oh yeah, dude, you guys 6, how many games remaining after this one? This game 75, so you have 7 left. That gives you 14 points if you win out. They're the same, 14 points. That's one. Yeah, you guys kind of need the win, because if Minnesota's able to turn it up, they can sneak into second and steal it from you. So you guys definitely won the 2 points. But yeah, like you said, at the very least, get one. Because Minnesota plays Vancouver, Ottawa, Detroit, Seattle, Dallas, Nashville. They got a little bit of a tough schedule coming up. And you guys go Boston, Winnipeg, Colorado, Calgary. Ooh. You guys have a 50-50 schedule coming up, because Colorado's always a motherfucker for you guys. Minnesota should be tough. Winnipeg has been surprising people lately, and the Stars have just been really unpredictable, so it's going to be interesting. But you guys definitely want to get as many 2-point games as you possibly can. Bruins close to the 3 spot. Let's see it. 92. Hey, if the Lightning beat if you guys can beat Dallas and Montreal, and Tampa beats Montreal, you guys will be going. You guys will be good. Good test before playoff. Yeah, a couple of schedules on here that are going to be exciting to see. That's one thing that pisses me off about Torch coming in is we go Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton. We barely beat Vancouver. I am horrified at Calgary because they always find a way to they just have a way of doing us dirty. And we don't get to see Tort's effect until Edmonton. And of course it's Edmonton. Like, you're going to play with emotion during Edmonton. So we have 3 games where we don't really get to have much of an opinion. Just played Columbus. Yeah. Check back in on that Carolina Columbus game in a minute. 120 seconds on the clock. Rantanen blows a tire as he's trying to work it backwards, but he gets it out the puck goes out to neutral. Asperot into the zone, throwing one off the outside of the cage, and that goes up and out. That's got to be a penalty. It is a delay of game on the Stars with a minute 43. Minute 43 to go. They really need to change that the delay of game thing, man. That's still like, they don't, but it cracks me the fuck up, dude. Like, y'all couldn't come up with something better than that? Well, honestly, just like to watch the games live. It's better when you check. Well, yeah, absolutely. Pick stars for our kid age 9. Ride wagon until death. Hey, I get it, dude. I get it. Like, I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. My dad bred me to be a Miami Hurricane fan. I've been going to the football. University of Miami Hurricanes. I like when they do good, but football. I suffered for 20 years to finally have a little bit of pride in the Hurricanes. Like, trust me, dude. I get it. Right now, the Knights are in their death spiral, and I will be here for every single game. Because as much as I fucking hate them right now, let's go Raiders. I get it. See, now, like, puck hit the referee. Oh, he's not able. He's going to go all the way back down. Referee stepped right in the middle of that one. But not a Pat. All Boston except Pat's word. I get it. See, that's one thing. Like, I'm a Vegas cat. I love my Golden Knights. There's a reason. Because the Golden Knights, there's a reason that the Golden Knights use Vegas born and no other team does. And that's because the Raiders, no matter, you call them the Las Vegas Raiders all you want. That is the Oakland Raiders. Bring the A's out here. You can call them the Las Vegas A's all you want. That is the Oakland A's. Don't bring your teams out to our city and then tell them that we got to rally around them. LA Rams word. That's the one thing I can respect anybody liking any team except for Edmonton Oiler fans. Because if you like the Edmonton Oilers, I have a God-given right to disrespect you, your IQ, and your taste in anything that involves fucking anything. I hold that right. Other than that, I got nothing but respect for whatever team you're on or whatever team you root for. But don't you start bringing shit into my city and tell me that that is now my team. No. I will never cheer for the Raiders. I will never cheer for the A's. Go Knights, go. That's that. You know what I mean? 45 seconds left on the power play. 25 seconds on the clock. Shots are 14-13. Boston into the zone. Geeky trying to go across the blue line. Hit by McAvoy. Fake shot by Pasta. The pass was weak and could not get past the Dallas defenseman. Battle for it on the low boards. Kept in by the Bruins. McAvoy getting a load of pasta. He goes around to the low boards. Geeky has 3 seconds. Quick turn and shoot it. It's a skate of Beck and goes bouncing into the corner. That is it for the second period. Boston Bruins coming back with 18 seconds on the power play when we return from second intermission. Because we'll probably leave in 10 years unless they win some shit, dude. They built the stadium. They'll fight for the Raiders to stay for as long as possible. Bro, I hate California. I hate everything about California. I don't want anything to do with California, and they keep bringing their bullshit into this city. It's so fucking annoying. Tons of shit. You would think, but other than, Vegas isn't drawing crowds the way that it used to, right? So like Super Bowl is going to be packed because it's the Super Bowl, right? But if you were going to have a stadium series for hockey in Vegas, that thing would be empty. It'd be a fraction of attendance. Concerts aren't selling. Look at like the Sphere. Look at like a House of Blues concerts ain't even selling out, let alone Thomas and Mack or any of that shit. Sam Boyd or T-Mobile. You'll get the fights, but that's not gonna fill that stadium. Fremont Street is the fucking shit, dude. I always had a lot more fun on Fremont Street than I did on the Strip. Because the Strip was just too expensive. Like when we did the Strip, we would take fifths of whiskey and beers and whatever. We didn't pay for shit on the Strip, dude. We just, get stoned, trip from time to time. We actually did that quite a lot. But, whiskey, beer, a little smoke, shit like that. That was our Strip experience in like high school and shit. And then as I hit 21, it was just too expensive. So we started going to Fremont Street, and it was way better, dude. Going down, like, there was a cover band called Arena that we used to love going down, just hanging out, kicking back, and a couple beers, big old crowd. It was a party. It was a lot of fun. Talked to them. Got to know the owner of, not the Four Queens. What hotel is that down there? The D. He owns the D. I want to say it's the Four Queens, but I don't think. Maybe it's the Gold Rush. He owns the Circa. Like, it's a guy. There's a guy that owns not shrooms clucking, acid, LSD. But close. Very close. It's not like a month or two ago. Didn't know that Flacco was showing up. Hey, dude, things used to be fucking awesome in Vegas, and then we'll call the mysterious shutdown of the early 2020s just decimated shit that was fun to do in this city. I think that's who I was there. Oh, right on. Yeah, no, I like that back like when I was in high school, going and seeing like Chris Gaines, saw George Strait, Reba McEntire, and Jason Aldean. Got it. But I would also go to warehouse shows. No, we're just at second intermission. The game is not over. We'll be back to Boston in about 12 and a half minutes. Let me see if one of these games are going, so we got at least something to watch. Dude, every game is a massacre right now. We'll throw in the Capitals and the Flyers, see what they're up to, because it's a 3-2 game. Everything else is mud. Nope. I'm the only one in my family that didn't get the thing. And be careful, not because of me, but because YouTube are pieces of shit. So, but I didn't get the thing. I'm the only one in my family that didn't catch it. And it fucking destroyed the shit that was fun to do in this city, man. But like I back in high school, I listened to a bunch of the country singers, like the big time country singers. I also would go to warehouse shows and watch like Bury Your Dead, Norma Jean. I I remember Andrew WK at the Hundreds was one of the best shows I've ever been to. Flogging Molly at the House of Blues, Dropkick Murphys at the House of Blues, just all kinds of really awesome shit. But that just doesn't happen anymore because Vegas, like, you don't get the small bands anymore, except there's very few pockets, but you don't get that anymore because it's too expensive for small bands to come out that are making $500 a show. You know what I mean? COVID mystery thing. I win 4-3 regulation and Bruins win is 4-3 in overtime. Oh, fuck. I forgot to put my poll up. Damn it. It's a little too late. I usually try and throw a poll up, but I totally forgot about that. Yeah, it's, I do think that, yeah, like I said, that's just fucking ruined this city. And it's, I hope Hudson got his hand up over his face because it looked like he just got hit in the eye with the puck. Maybe it hit his visor. That looked brutal. Caps on a power play. Flyers controlling in front, getting a shot in front of the Capitals crease. All right, Sordiff now with a little bit of energy. Estrom behind him and then left back again for Hudson. Trying to peek in towards the center. He shoots and he goes well wide. Philly's going to find the puck and clear it all the way back to LT. But, what I'm thinking, dude, it was the most obnoxious shit during that time too. And I'm short-tempered and a bit of a cunt, so I did not react very well and had all kinds of problems during that time because my attitude was fuck you. Like, not to say there aren't people bigger and stronger than me. However, I'm 6'3", 250. You're going to fucking make me do something. Buckle up, buddy. Let's go. What's up, Corrupted? How you doing, buddy? Happy Tuesday. Shot coming in, gets stopped by the Flyers goaltender. Not out as Wilson sets it to the point. Back down to the high corner across to Leonard. That's a low dot. He shoots and he scores. Capitals go up 4-2 in the one game that wasn't a complete massacre. Is now a complete massacre. Rideable. Hey, once upon a time, dude. I ain't a Florida cat. I've been on, junior rodeo shit, nothing major, but I've worked at feed stores. I worked with a bunch of guys doing that were ropers. I worked with some chicks that were at the register that did equestrian, then had a couple dudes that were Bronc and Bulls guys. So been there, done that. Fucking sucks, dude. I loved every second of it. But no, just like I said, during that time, it's, hey, you can't be in here without a, okay. And that was my attitude towards shit. Like I said, bit of a dick. I admit it. Trying to bring up, which one of these games are still going? I just had it here. Caps just became a whooping. Islanders and the Sabres are at intermission, tied at 1. Canadians still up on the Lightning 2-1 in Tampa. Minute 9 left on the Canadians' power play. Ottawa will come back to third period with minute 55 on the power play. Panthers still leading 6-2. Rangers over the Devils 3-1 at second intermission. Penguins over the Red Wings 4-1 at second intermission. 60 seconds to go in Washington. 4-2 Caps over the Flyers. And with 9:12 to go in the second, Hurricanes up 2-0 over the Blue Jackets. Oh, Sugar Hill, what's happening, man? Like, Vegas sucks, but at least we beat the Blackhawks 4-0. What's this? You're 7 minutes in. What the hell happened? What's going on in Winnipeg? They'll suck. Which hell, he suck. I was like, he'll suck. Who? How much? I mean, hell, he suck. Okay, gotcha. Hey, Hellebuck is actually one of those goalies where I respect the shit talk. I respect the hate. All right. I respect the hate, but I love Hellebuck. And it's a shame that Winnipeg wasted so many years not finding a good backup and making him play 75 fucking games this season. And then expecting him to go into the playoffs like he's going to be a super stud and not completely burnt out. No, I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, he like I said, he is one of the best goalies that will never, that I feel like, thank goodness for like Olympics for an shit like that, because obviously it highlights how good he is. But when he played during the break, he was hurt most of this season. You're hanging your hat with Swayman? Okay. Hey, you know what? The pair seem to be doing pretty good for you guys, so I get that. I don't know what it's like to like your goaltender. Last time, I started by liking my goaltender because it was Fleury, and then our backup became Malcolm Subban, and I don't know what the fuck was happening. And then our goalie became Robin Leonard, and I had no idea what the fuck was happening. And then our goalie became Logan Thompson, and it was like, yay. And then he got hurt, so Aiden Hill came in, and it was like, what the fuck is happening? So I haven't been able to get a whole lot of enjoyment out of having a good goalie, See, to get drunk in, the word. Dude, I actually would love to find an old Tim Thomas jersey. Tim Thomas was my dude. Like I said, I was a Boston fan back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. But I love goalies. I have a Van Beesbrook jersey from the Panthers from when I was in Florida. That's bad. Hey, I like Tim Thomas. I got so sick of Tuukka Rask so fast. Even though I like Tuukka, that's a good thing. Oh, hey, whatever. Like I said, I love Tim Thomas, but again, he was the goalie when I was just coming back into liking hockey, and I loved watching him play. Like him, Fleury. Couple of years later, I think was Vasilevsky's first year. He was closer to the early 2010s, I believe. But yeah, I love Tuukka Rask. That dude's a motherfucker. In the most complimentary way. We still got about 3 minutes. Tuukka was overrated, but was still good. He absolutely was. That's exactly how I would put it. I liked him, but I didn't like him as much. I do miss that old team, man. I miss Berge and Lucic, like I said, Chara, all those guys. I miss that roster. That was a fun team to watch. Just like most of Pittsburgh is still there, but like when Fleury with Letang and Crosby and Malkin, who are all those three are still there. But back in the day when Boston and Pittsburgh would just beat the ever-loving shit out of each other when they were young, yeah, really solid core, yeah. Dude, they were so much fun. But then I miss the Misfits. I miss Will Carrier. I miss Like, I always loved Alex Tuck. He just couldn't score on a fucking breakaway, dude. That was the one thing. Like, that's Colton Sissons for us right now. If Colton Sissons is on a breakaway, save the energy because he will not score. It's the damnedest thing, and Tuck was like that. But like, I love Nick Wall. I loved Nick Wall, Will Carrier, and Keegan Colasar. I love that fourth line. I miss Alec Martinez. I miss my boys, dude. I miss Whitey. As soon as Whitey was gone, I started missing him. Especially since Anderson is a fucking flop. Chara fight highlights just so big. Yeah. Dude, that's why I hate everybody talking like anybody who likes Matt Rempe. It's like, dude, fuck off. The only reason he wins fights is because his reach is 9 inches longer than the guy he's fighting. He's a cheap shot and dirty bitch. Chara was at least fun. Oh, hang on a second. Give me 1 sec. All right. Sorry. Oh, I forgot my hat. Dude. Every now and then I get lazy and I just don't want to shave my head. Even though it's the easiest thing in the world, it's still annoying as shit. Anywho. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he was 7'9", if I remember right. Sorry about that. We are back to live hockey, though. In Boston, Lindholm walks in, shoots, and he scores. What a time to come back. Man, sorry, came back, like I said, right at the perfect time. Lindholm catches the puck on the low side, walks from the blue line to the top of the low circle and just blasts it. Hyrie gets turned around. Hyrie got turned around, and Lindell will just let him take the top of the circle. That was great job by Lindholm and a flop defensively. Now it was the penalty kill. They were still on the power play. But what a flop, man. They let him walk in from the blue line. That is no go. All right, puck all the way back off of Ottinger's pad, right? When the Stars lose, Angels smile. And we're going to be we're going to be dual screening. So if I'm a little bit distracted, I do apologize, especially when I'm trying to focus on this game. However, the Kraken and the Oilers do have an impact on us. So gonna have that up in the on the side screen. But yeah, Mel, I mean, just a beautiful job returning back with a 30 seconds maybe on the power play. And like I said, it's Hyrie got turned around. If he would have backed up, if he would have made his stance at the blue line instead of trying to make a play at neutral, totally different circumstance. But he fucked up. Ooh, right back in. Another quick shot, but Ottinger's able to swallow up that one. Yeah, surprise. McDavid beat Aiden Hill and Dostal. Fucking woo. Dude, I swear, Edmonton fans, how do you smile with a guy that will he will raise every single trophy except for the one that actually matters. Call us good luck. Right? The game basically said, hey, will you shut the fuck up? And then I did, and then something good happened. So maybe I should take that as a lesson. Should have came to boss. Hey, he should have done a lot of things in his career that I'll never do. It's the only... Ooh, wait. So Arvidsson is in the box. So now Dallas is on a power play, and that was horseshit. Go figure. The black and whites got it wrong. Puck down low, back to Robertson outside the low circle. Low baseline, back to Robertson. Johnston's out front looking for the pass. It goes off his stick to Shane. Gets it to the high dot. The shot goes off the pipe. Robertson collects again on the low dot. Shoots. Tip goes high and out of play. Minute 34 on the power play. Minute and a half gone in the period. Yeah, we're used to that. Like I said, it's funny. I have the same thing. Like, why do you always bitch about the officials in the NHL? Like, because I can see. And see, I watched the game. Breaking quick shot goes off a skate. One-on-one opportunity back the other way for Lindholm. Shots are 17-13. Scores 8. 17-13. 18-24 to go in the period. Minute 25 left on the power play. Scores 3-2. Boston. Stars win. Bullshit's called. It's like, see, the Stars, they are the floppers of... The Stars should get called for about 6 embellishments a game. Get the bullshit penalties that bail them out. I agree. It's, like I said, I already gave Edmonton the name of the Edmonton City Chiefs. So because they get bailed out more than Mahomes and Kelsey did or do. Heiskanen working down to the low boards. Johnston sends it behind the net to Bishel back out to Johnson, out to the middle. Heiskanen trying to go high. Dot Rantanen can't collect to Duchesne. Comes a Boston in the high corner. They send it all the way down. Like, so I got to come up with a different name for Dallas, but yeah. And again, I always say it. The 9 times out of 10, the officials aren't why you lose a game. It has been the reason, but that's not why you lose a game. It always comes down to, well, if that goal was the difference, you should have scored 2. Shit like that. Whatever. However, it is when it comes to changing momentum, changing the emotion on the ice, changing the emotion in the stadium amongst 15,000 people watching the game, that absolutely makes a difference. The saying they got to play, then they get bailed out with power plays, right? Well, they didn't get bailed out with this one as Boston's able to lock them down. Holy shit. That yawn just hit me out of nowhere, dude. On the high wall, puck out to Bork. He keeps it in. Ben leaves it off. Pass comes down and no going. Boston taking it right back out the other way. 3.5 gone in the third. Shots are 18-13 for the Bruins. Dumped in around the net. And McAvoy collects it all the way back in his zone. Oh, a great opportunity for Reichel. Or was that Kastelik? I think that was Kastelik charging in on the low side of the net. Stopped by Otter. Keep getting power plays until they tie. That's how Stars games work. Hey, you ain't hearing me argue, that's for sure. Or what I was saying is the officials 9 times out of 10 they can't be held as the reason you lost, but occasionally they can be. They change momentum. They change which direction the ice is leading, the energy of the crowd 100%. But I don't think they do it necessarily for this team or for that team. I think they are 100% dog shit, and that's why it's just a lot more hatred towards Dallas and towards Edmonton. Pasta steals a pass and attacks Otter. It's like, however, Dallas and Edmonton are 2 teams where it's hard to argue against it being fucking the NHL being like, hey guys, elbow, elbow, shrug, shrug, wink, wink, like, or nudge, nudge, wink, wink, like, just, you know what to do. That type of shit. It was Kastelik breaking through, getting a step on Bishel, who took an awful angle. Ooh. Edmonton's got 2 shots to Seattle's 0. Swinging all the way around the net, pass out high, shot from a hard angle, misses the Seattle net. Keep an eye on that one. 15 minutes to go here. Shot goes well wide of Korpisalo. Ben gets there first, but a good job. Isadorov to knock him off the puck. Just outside the zone. Harley can't keep it in. Good pass to Pasta. He should have just skated and shot it. Yeah, he was under some pressure, so not the worst decision. We are getting a penalty. Or no, we're getting a high stick stoppage, it looks like. To the WCF. Yeah. See, I don't know what it is about Dallas. I don't think that the NHL favors Dallas. I think Dallas knows how to manipulate the officials. Because they're floppers. They know how to make it look like it was a penalty when it wasn't. And they get away with that shit when it should be embellishment. So with Dallas, it's more the team manipulating the officials versus the NHL manipulating the officials. Edmonton is the Kansas City Chiefs of the NHL, or are the Kansas City Chiefs of the NHL. The NHL wants Canada to have a cup, and the best bet right now is Edmonton. So they're plus commissioner doesn't get off his knees when while I'm sitting here bitching about Edmonton, we end up getting a goal for Jokiharju. Good play by Geeky, feeding it out front. Lindholm just works it backwards since he has no other options. He's getting mobbed by Lindell. Robertson tries to follow the puck out to Jokiharju, but it's too late, and he buries it. Holy shit, dude. These yawns have been killing me lately. 6 minutes gone in the third, and Boston extends their lead, but I have a feeling it'll be short-lived excitement just because Dallas has been so aggressive. Korpisalo's going to need to hang real tight, which I know he can do, but we will see. Fuck yeah, we're here. Boston coming in big. Mass chaos at the front of the net. Looked like another goalie interference, while at the same time being a tripping. Kastelik takes it back to the side of the net, trying to feed it backwards. Good no call on the trip, or on the guy going down. It definitely wasn't a trip. I'm surprised they didn't call it against Boston. Down into the low corner. Lundqvist gets there first. But a lazy pass from Harley almost turns it over in the Dallas zone. They do eventually get to neutral. Right, I like Reichel's fast, and we just started playing him not too long ago. Right on. So far, it's been okay. Devils give up the fourth shit wing. That struggling against the Rangers is rough, man. Are they just shooting themselves in the foot, or is New York having that good of a game? Take a quick break from this one to peek in on that. The Senators are making it a game at 6-3. Power play goal. They only have one power play goal. Everything's been 5-on-5. And Devils have a power. Devils are 1-for-1. Rangers are 1-for-2. Oh, the Rangers are hitting the ever-loving shit out of you guys. And you got, 15 giveaways. Never mind. I see how it's happening, buddy. Sorry. That looks like stats from a Knights game. Heiskanen going low baseline and around the net, trying to feed it out front to Johnston or Ben, tied up. Ben's just straight up holding on to the defender's stick. Dude, cross checks and holding the stick. It's unbelievable how many times that happens in a Dallas game. Shot comes wide, picked up by Harley behind the net. Skating out front hard, backhand, hits the skates of the man standing out high. Peaks able to kick it away. It's up against the wall. Oh, let's see. Did they figure it out? Nope. No score. Wait. Yeah, no score still in Seattle. They got close to beating Edmonton, but not good enough. 9 minutes gone in the third. Shots on goal, 20-14 in favor of Boston. Score 4-2 Bruins. Bischel from his own blue line will hit the red and dump it in. McAvoy there first, but he takes a hit from Bischel and trying to work the puck to the corner. Dallas putting on good pressure, but they're going to have to be a lot more active. We got a delayed high stick, so nobody wants to touch it. Eventually, McAvoy does, and he skates up the high boards with it. 2-on-1, walking into the zone. Kiki can't make the pass across. Good stick, Bischel. Boston keeps it in at the high point. Lindholm gets it below the net, fed to the low boards. Jokiharju pinching down, sets it back behind the net. And Dallas gets it to the corner. Bork, under heavy pressure, goes down. Zaka just kicked Bork's ass. Fantastic. Oh, man, Edmonton scored. All right, we'll come back to that one. This game's too enjoyable right now. I don't want to be disappointed. It's too bad. Two are bad where I'm sitting. Yeah. No, I definitely get that wink. Sometimes the hockey gods are just against you. They blow the puck luck in the other direction. On the low boards, Hitcheroin or whatever the fuck you say his name sends it around to the high wall. Pinching down comes the D-man, feeding to the middle. Good defensive stick. Is that, I can't see who that was for Boston, but what a great play out in the middle of the ice. Ernie just went sliding into the zone about 30 feet. In goes Harley down the low boards, all the way around to the high side. Pasta can't get a stick on it. Ben tries to work it down the wall, but he puts it right on Pasta. And he'll take the high road out. Shots at 20-14, under 9 minutes to go in the game. Harley on his own low dot, waiting for Johnston to get out ahead of him. Finally, he does. Johnston into the zone, and for the first time we buffer, so I didn't see what happened. Not bad, though. Puck back in the other way. Carpasalo looking for the icing. Zadorov not able to get it clear. Quick shot off of Johnston attacking the low dot on a loose puck. But Corpusalo able to react. Puck back up the other way. Rantanen walks across the line. He's forced back into neutral. Heiskanen walks it to the red line and sends it around from the low corner. 8 minutes to go in the period. McAvoy gets there first, but locked down quickly. And Boston's able to escape, but only for a moment. Aggressive back check by Hyrie and brought back in by Robertson. I love it. McAvoy up the low boards. Right back to McAvoy in front of his own crease. Try that again. Lindholm dumps it in. Big hit down low by Geeky. But Dallas maintains. Bischel from the low corner. Up to the point, and Bork sends it to neutral. Collected by Robertson. Set at the high point. Worked all the way across the middle, but good Boston sticks knock it away. I can't stop hiccuping and I can't stop yawning. Oh, man. Under 7 minutes to go. Into the zone goes Dallas. Collected by the Stars. Ben shoots, and it's right in the crest of Corpusalo, who makes the save. 6:40 left in the period. Goes nasty, though. He is, but you got to keep... What's that name there? Mel in Denver. That should make you... That should be a big old waving flag as to exactly where that opinion's coming from. That's why, as much as I liked Marchie, man, fuck Jonathan Marchessault. Everybody else is cool, though. Yeah. Yeah, other than, what's his name? Nick Cousins. Lived in Colorado Springs for 5 years. Nice. That actually, yeah, that'd be nice. Dude, I miss parts of Colorado. Been to Breckenridge a couple of times, Denver a few times. I really like Breckenridge, man. It's so fucking gorgeous. Being up on the, like driving through the mountains and on the hills, you just see all the ski lifts and the little resorts and all. Oh, I fucking love it. Moving back in about in a year? Hell yeah, bro. Nice. Right on. See, like one of the big things I miss is the snow. I went to college at NAU in Flagstaff, Arizona, and I fucking miss the snow. 200 inches, man. I miss, like, we would drive up because they had the snow bowl, so the ski lifts. And before they open, first snow hits, we go to the park where there's a big steep hill and just build a ramp at the bottom of the hill. Then, like the second or third snow, as you're starting to get some layers, head up there, start building ramps, just hiking up and down. I wish I could do it now because I just get, I got an e-bike. So just get an extra pair of tires and put a couple bolts through the tires and just ride the e-bike up the hill instead. Fucking toss it on a sled or something to send it back down the hill. Dude, I miss being 21, or not even 21, being 18, 19, having the energy to do stupid shit like that. Fuck around to the high point, Middlestat gets sat down. And the puck comes back into Korpisalo. Asperot picks it up, tries to work it out, but Dallas recovers. 2 whiffed passes. I think that's steal, but I can't see a number. Just pathetic attempts. Just into the Dallas zone. Johnston works it to the high baseline. Shot goes well wide and all the way around. Go up in the mountains, go ice fishing nice. Arvidsson cuts back against Harley. He shoots, and Otter makes the save. Say, like I haven't been to Colorado in a long time. Stayed in Breckenridge. Helped a buddy out in Grand Junction. I love Grand Junction. That was awesome. Dude, I've never been ice fishing, but I will say I miss the shit out of going fishing. Did that a couple of times while I was in college. I've done it a couple of times since then, but not enough, not nearly enough. Goalie fight. Fuck me, where? I know where. I'm working on it. Pause in the Boston game. All right, they're on commercial break. I got it pulled up. I'm assuming you mean the Devils and the Rangers. Big shot from Dallas. Robertson right there. Just not quick enough reaction to sneak it around from behind. I got to assume it's the Devils and the Rangers, which I have pulled up. Right back in the other way. Cut off by Lindbaum. The Roach, right choking, right... Miss chokes on Dick, whatever his name is. Lindholm gets it through, and Arvidsson will chase it down. Otter there first, plays it along for his D-man, whose number I can't see, Lindell. And then Blackwell eventually gets it back behind Korpisalo. A misplay from behind the net, but a good recovery. Okay. Yeah, I got it pulled up. Hopefully we get a replay. Good looking, Wing. Because I always want to see a goalie fight. Still mad I didn't bring up the Toronto Anaheim game to watch Gudis get his ass kicked, but did see the replay. All right, Bischel, under 4 minutes to go in the third. Be looking in about the next 60 seconds for Ottinger to be headed to the bench. Ottinger was getting ready to leave, but oh, there we go. Otter's at the bench, and immediately it's an open netter. Oh, wrong. Oh, that was weak dude, that was weak. Fuck the Rangers. A shout out to Markstrom for going at him. For going at Shesterkin. Tell me Markstrom buried his ass. No, Shesterkin went all lefts the entire time, dude. There's a big right from Markstrom that doesn't connect. Big right from Shesterkin. Another right from Markstrom. Getting Shesterkin down low. Shesterkin reacted. Neither side really getting a good nab at each other. But that was a good little goalie fight. Yeah, score. It is 5-2 following the empty netter. And what a great one to watch. Dallas getting their shit kicked in. It will never not be fucking awesome. Dude, they can't even get out of their zone. All right, here we go. Harley enters, trying to work up the boards. Couple of whacking sticks. Beck gets into the corner, trying to get it deep, but he just gets bullied, dude. Boston has bullied Dallas, which I was not ready for. Yeah, boy. Thank you. Thank you. Beck leaves it back to Harley. Under 3 minutes to go. Shots at 21-15. Plug all the way out to the middle, and Bishop can't collect, so Boston will head in. Hey, good time for anybody still hanging out with us. If you're new, we're here every Vegas Golden Knights game, and I'm trying to be here at least for one game a day. So no promises. Tomorrow's games kind of look like shit. Hey, we got a penalty on Lindholm. Rangers get the power play. That's fucking wild. Yeah, I mean, the Ducks and the Sharks we might come for tomorrow. Sorry, that's I'm a child. We might be here for that game, but the games tomorrow sucks. I don't want to watch the Canucks and the Avalanche, the Blues and the Kings, or the Ducks and the Sharks. But we may watch the Ducks and the Sharks. However, Thursday, 7 o'clock, Golden Knights against Calgary. A couple other good games going on, but that's the one we will be here for. They are at commercial break, so all the other games we'll be checking in on, but 7 p.m. Thursday. And then Friday, there was a game I wanted to watch, I believe. No. See, Friday, the Flyers and the Islanders and the Blues and the Ducks. Who wants to watch these games? Other than fans of those teams, which Flyers, Islanders, Blues, Ducks, this late in the season, maybe there's a handful of Ducks fans still and interested. Islanders fans still interested, I guess. Like I said, I'm not a fan of any of those teams. I want the Ducks to lose, so that might be the game to watch. But unfortunately, the games go from 15 awesome games that everybody wants to watch to dog shit games. To 15 games that everybody wants to watch. It's so annoying. But Saturday, 12 p.m. We're doing a doubleheader Saturday. I just decided. Do you know why we're going to do a doubleheader on Saturday? Because the Golden Knights play Edmonton at 7 p.m. And because the Colorado Avalanche play the Dallas Stars at noon. So, real quick again, Wednesday, Friday, we may be here. Don't count on it, but keep an eye out. That might change. Thursday, we're here at 7. Saturday, noon and 7. I am not, we know I'll be here for the Vegas game, and I am not missing Colorado and Dallas. So keep an eye out for those. Like I said, anybody still hanging out that is newer to the stream, the subs are obviously the best way to see it. You'll just be scrolling and catch it. I'll have my car for that Dallas game. Yeah. You're going to have to, you guys are going to have to pull it off without them. Dude, if the Golden Knights can beat Dallas, the Colorado Avalanche can do it without Makar. I'll put it that way. You got to have faith. Ben leaves it back to the point. Robertson trying to work it down. Duchesne gets it lower. Empty net for the Stars. Do I have the empty net thing here? I do not. Hang on. Where is it? have pulled Ottinger again. That Jokiharu got his first goal. There were then 37 shots total. Boston got 22. Dallas got 15. Face off won by the Stars at the low point. Work down the boards. Robertson back to the blue line. Back to Robertson, top of the low circle, down to Johnston, but he can't get good wood on it. Robertson has a jump over his stick, and then Lindholm sends it a little too far. Heiskanen will go back and collect. Oh, it's a power play. I didn't realize that. So it's a Dallas power play, and they pulled the goalie. 6-on-4. Robertson down, makes the pass down in front, and Duchesne able to backhand it up and over. Korpisalo, 56.8 to go in the game. At least they're not on the power play anymore. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, luckily they got that, they extended it before the empty net. So, plenty of cushion. Anything could happen, but plenty of cushion for the pushing. And I'm hoping Boston's about to get down to doing some pushing. Nope. Yep, he did leave. Okay. 50 seconds, Duchesne. Leaves it back for Rantanen. Makes a couple of good cuts. Gets it to Robertson, but Robertson can't hold on to it. Back to neutral. Heiskanen trying to chase down the puck, but Boston gets there first. However, that shot went about 1.5 miles wide. That was Middlestat. Middlestat now into the corner. Good stick control by Robertson. And they'll go back the other way. 20 seconds left on the clock. Boston sends it hard around the net. Robertson gets tripped. They decide not to call that one a penalty. I'm not sure why, but that is a goal. Yo, I would be pissed as a Stars fan. I would be so mad. It's 5-2, 12 seconds left. Arvidsson scores the hat trick, but Arvidsson tripped the living shit out of Robertson. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't end up back at the bench with the stick still on his skate. He tripped the shit out of Rob. He tripped him with his stick and with the skate. No call. Not only that, Arvidsson gets 2 empty netters to get his hattie, and then he mobbed Robertson to get the hattie. What a day. I would be pissed if I was a Dallas Stars fan. Luckily, I am a straight non-mouth breathing drooler, so I don't like Dallas. But everybody else seems I'm sure is pissed. And of course, I mean that funnily. Haha, we're all good. YouTube, fuck off. Like yesterday. I mean, dude, that was bad. That I'm pulling for Boston, but man, that was abusively bad. How that was not, I don't care that there's less than 20 seconds to go in the game. Call the fucking penalty. That was obnoxious. This Dallas, Boston got away with murder there. But when Dallas was playing Pittsburgh, I said that about Pittsburgh every 6 seconds. So fuck them. Friends are tripping the fuck. I bet they're pissed. Decent people hate the Dallas Stars. I love it, man. I love your hatred for the team. It's my favorite thing in the world. It really is, man. All right, let's see real quick. 5-4 Capitals. All right, we'll watch the end of the Capitals and the Flyers, and then I got to start getting ready. Oilers already up 2-0 on the Kraken. Tell you, hey. And Boston was on the struggle bus hard at the beginning of the year, but they have definitely stepped up their shit since the Olympics. Gonna boss, hey, welcome. It's damn, I for some reason all that just reading Welcome to Boston triggered my the Dropkick Murphys in my head. And not like shipping up to Boston, but like State of Massachusetts, like that whole album. Playing with house money now. What? Yeah. So no, that's big. That's a big win for you guys for sure. So you guys 92, and so you're only 2 point. And like I said, what happened with Montreal? Tampa must have beat Montreal. No, Montreal's winning 2-1, so that might actually be the game we want to watch, because that's going to be the more important one for you guys. Plus, with 3:30 to go, this has got to get good. We'll still make it at least interesting. They might. They should. Who's in net for Edmonton? Oh, dude, Grubauer in net for Seattle. They're in trouble. Ingram is good enough to beat Seattle. Grubauer is a trash can of a goalie. I'd rather have Aiden Hill than Grubauer. Point makes the pass across. It's a power play. 1:05 left on the man advantage for the Lightning, right up close on the low baseline, looking for a place to go. Kucherov going across the point, but he misses him. Eventually back around to Gensel. His shot stopped. Kucherov works around behind the net up to Hagel. Hagel at the top of the high circle to Radish at the blue line. Down outside the low circle to Kucherov, trying to sneak be a cheeky little bastard. Sneak in the puck between the skates of the man between him and his target. Oh, yeah, now we're going to have a penalty. That was a bullshit hit, but Tampa needs to be a lot smarter right. It was at Radish. Radish needs to be a little smarter right there. It was a bullshit hit, and it's looking like Kucherov is he's still on a knee. But I don't think the refs called a penalty. They're now sending both of them, so I guess they did. But that's stupid. That's a stupid reaction penalty from Radish. I understand it. I support it. I get it. Stupid. The paying him 8.25. I get your hate mail. I get your disrespect. Otter is a good goalie. It's if he gets some help, it's a lot better. But I'd rather have Otter than Aiden Hill. Okay, yeah, that hit on Kucherov is insane not to call a penalty. They're going to look at it for a major, which it should be. There's no reason Tampa doesn't end up on a 5-on-3 right here. That was it's not. I mean, that's a boarding call. That's a standard boarding call. It should only be 2 minutes. But they didn't even call that a penalty off the bat. That's fucking insane, dude. I can't believe they didn't call that a penalty. And then Radish actually didn't do as much as I thought he did. Radish was totally fine. Damn, dude, you had a roughing against everybody. Josh Anderson. So he had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. 4 minutes and 45 seconds into the third period, you had 4 guys get double minors for roughing. See, I no longer, like I said, it's if you're trying to win the game, Tampa's in no real danger with anything. So I changed my mind about Radish. Radish did exactly what he needed to do immediately. The refs, I can't believe, because if he didn't attack old boy right there, like look at the dude for Montreal. He gets up looking for a penalty, like he's looking for the ref. He's looking to shrug to the ref, like, what did I do? That I think that is horseshit. If they would have called the penalty, fine. But Radish getting a roughing, I get it, but that's horseshit, dude. Whatever. All right, so we got just a minute left here, or 2.5 minutes left here. We'll see what happens. And then I got to get out of here. In fact, I probably should bail out right about now, but I'm gonna hang out an extra minute. So face off to the gross. Face off to the right. Who's in net for Montreal? Dobes. So Dobes in net, Vasilevsky out of net. The not on the dot against point. 6-on-4 for Tampa. Canadians up 2-1. Fucking hell, they go and call a timeout. All right, I need to open this window. Finally get some air in here, cool it down a bit. Hey, Wink, I appreciate you as always coming and hanging out, buddy. Don't expect much tomorrow. I really don't want to watch Anaheim and San Jose, but you know the drill. Keep an eye out if you see me. If not, we'll see you Thursday for Calgary. Without a doubt, I know I will see you then. 7 p.m. Have a good night, Wink. It's like, I kind of wish I didn't stop to watch this game. I was curious because it was right at the end, the power play, 2-on-1, like, and then this fucking nonsense happens, and now it's been 7 minutes. We haven't seen a second of hockey. Any fucking time now, dude. The no wins. Find the net and not cleared. Good job keeping it in at the high point. Good pass to the middle point shot. Knocked away. And now a bad pass across the blue line. Good reaction by Kucherov. That man's got hustle. Like I said, there's a lot to hate about Kucherov, but there is a fuck ton to love. And then the down the ice, empty netter goal for the Canadians. All right, y'all. That will go ahead and do it for my stream looks like it just took a shit. What happened? It's all blurry and stuff. Hopefully it's not too blurry on your end. That looks garbage. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Like I said, keep an eye out for tomorrow. Maybe here, may not be. If I am here, it will be, I believe, a late game. 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Sharks and Ducks. However, 7 p.m. on Thursday against Calgary. Keep an eye out for that one. Friday. And then 7 p.m. Saturday for Vegas and Edmonton. And Saturday, doubleheader. Colorado, Dallas, Vegas, Edmonton. 2 rivalry games. It's going to be fucking awesome. A lot of fun. Making sure to pick up a couple beers so we get a little tipsy Timmy for Saturday. So looking forward to that one. I hope to see you guys soon. Good night, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Get some sleep. Stay safe. Much love. Thank you for hanging out with me and keeping me company. Good night, everybody.